Earlier today, I called into Jeff Crouere's Ringside Politics show, and I wanted to talk about, various things, including the fact that Donald Trump claimed that, it was Ukraine that was responsible for Vladimir Putin invading Ukraine. What? But I called in and I was like, look, he's he's absolutely 100% wrong. You have to criticize him on this. But instead of criticizing him on this, instead, he says this.
Trump in Ukraine, I'm glad Trump is pushing back on Ukraine. I'm glad Trump is introducing these ideas like they need elections in Ukraine. This guy Zelensky canceled the elections, and I guess all his supporters here don't mind that, but I mind that. And we're also missing $100 billion. That's another problem, Doug.
So, instead of talking about the fact that Donald Trump was 100% wrong, again, as I was just talking about earlier, conservatives, Donald Trump, MAGA types are allowed to be wrong and they'll make excuses for it. They'll change the subject, they'll pivot, but as soon as we're wrong, they will jump down our throats for being, a tiny bit inaccurate, and then they'll use that to not listen to anything else that we want to say. But let's talk about the election thing for a second. Because, honestly speaking, if a country is in the middle of an invasion, if a country is in the middle of being invaded by another country, and they're actively fighting a war within their shores, within their borders, how are you going to hold an election? How is that possible? And I guarantee you that if Zelensky did hold an election, and the people were like, we're going to support our leader during this time of war, and they reelected Zelensky, he and all these conservative MAGA types would sing a whole different tune. They would be like, well, clearly this election was rigged, because why would you hold an election in the middle of an invasion? You should delay it until the invasion is over. And they would blame it for being rigged. They would claim that Zelensky stole the election by having it in the middle of wartime when it should have waited for peace. But hypocrisy is a conservative prerequisite. And we all know that that's what he would do. We all know that that's what they would say if Zelensky held the elections. So it's absolutely absurd to try and say and criticize Zelensky. Now, I mean, we had elections here in the United States during World War II, but with the exception of Pearl Harbor, World War II was fought outside of our shores. So it wasn't a risky proposition to go to a polling place and cast a ballot. In Ukraine, it is absolutely a risky proposition to go to a public polling place and cast a ballot. Why would Zelensky give people targets? Why would he give Russia targets that he could fire on? Because we all know conservatives don't like mail-in voting. We all know that conservatives don't like any voting that's not done in person on election day. That's their big thing. So everybody's going to be going to a polling center, and Putin can just be like, ooh, more voters, bomb. Ooh, more voters, bomb. Just bomb, 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 bomb. All the polling places, and then that'll kill more Ukrainians. So it's absolutely mind-numbingly stupid to criticize Zelensky for putting off elections until after their country's being done getting invaded. But they have to change the topic because they don't want to talk about the issue, which is that Donald Trump, by saying these things, Donald Trump, by making excuses for Putin, Donald Trump, by basically saying that, it is Zelensky's fault for, getting invaded. That's like blaming an abused spouse and asking them what did they do to deserve it. It's like asking a victim of sexual assault, what did you wear that night? That's similar to blaming Zelensky for whatever it is that he thinks that Zelensky was responsible for causing you. Putin's like, you made me attack you. It wasn't my choice. I had to attack you. No. But they can't let the conversation be on that topic because enough reasonable people would be like, well, you know what? You're right. Donald Trump's wrong. Donald Trump's an idiot. Donald Trump's stupid. Donald Trump is Putin's puppet for pushing this pro-Russian propaganda that it was Ukraine's fault that Russia invaded. Anyway, are you a MAGA supporter who has no problem with Donald Trump lying to benefit Vladimir Putin? Do you think that we should criticize Donald Trump for his I'm not going to even say misstating, for his lying about what's going on over in Ukraine? Leave your comments below. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and unless you're a Nazi, have a good day.